Yo, what up? It's your boy Jabril, aka Mr. Think Outside the Box, also known as Chocolate Man. And so what I want to let you know in this video is all that you need to know about Thailand, and specifically here in Chiang Mai, right? So you don't end up in the police station like I did, don't tell my mom. And also, so you can be culturally respectful to the people out here. Because there's a lot of actually different customs that, Asians out here in Thailand are used to versus like in America or Europe. And you want to respect cultures when you're visiting places, right? But I'm gonna let you know, why is this the #1 digital nomad place in the world? What about the women here? What about food? What about culture? All these different things before you actually come here. If you're here already, just starting out your trip, I'm gonna clue you up. But just basics out here. If you wanna get a motorbike, like 200 baht a day, Airbnb apartment for like a nice 2-bedroom out here, 50 bucks, per night. Hotels similar, 50, 100 bucks a night. You can hop on Expedia and see that. Food is really cheap. But basically, here in a short, what you can get for $1 out here would cost you about $4 or $5 back in the States. So you get about 4 or 5 times more your money. So first things first, I want to talk about respect to the culture and the Thai people. So a lot of people, probably myself included, I had a very ignorant view of Thailand when I first got here. I was like, oh, it's just a tourist place and most Thai people are poor. But the thing is, a lot of Thai people are very educated and they live normal lives just like me and you. They go to work in office buildings, they have businesses, they have amazing careers, they travel around the world as well. And they're very connected and great people. And so when you're meeting Thai people, don't just have that perception that like, everyone is like poor and they're not educated, because that is far from the truth. Some of the Thai people that I meet are some of the smartest people that I know. Have a respect for people. It doesn't matter if they're poor or rich, just have a respect for, the culture. And so here's like another thing, right? A lot of people, got my shoes right here. So when you roll into the house, any Thai house, make sure that you take off your shoes. It's really, really important to them. They might not say anything right away, but it's super important to their culture because they believe, the head is the most sacred and the cleanest, and your feet are like the dirtiest. And then if you go in a temple, make sure that, your shoulders are covered and you have like long pants. Learn how to, greet people, sabadi, have smiles. And then also when you're going like this, right? So this is like for someone who's, your age, or if it's an elder, something like that. And I know there's videos on YouTube where you can learn, how to do it properly. I probably did it a little bit wrong, but just understanding that and how to greet people. They're used to tourists, so if you're shaking hands or if they go to shake your hand, you can shake hands. If they're going to shake you and you're like, nah! You don't have to do something like that. And so I want to talk about women here in Thailand. So a lot of guys are like, oh my God, women in Thailand. I want to be a big baller when I'm out there. So here's a little word of advice. If you's lame at home and you can't get women at home, it's probably gonna be the same case for you here. The reality is, though, here in Thailand, incomes are lower. So if you make like $40,000 a year back home, that's like you're making $250,000 here. So some women will be, but not all women. So don't expect that like every Thai girl is just gonna be falling over, to get with you, because I'm telling you, they're such prideful and respectful people. And so just have respect when you come here for the women. And like, if you want to talk to them, engage in a normal kind of way. So here's just a little tidbit. So I'm here at D Condo 2, have this nice little 2-bedroom apartment. And so I first rented it for a week through Airbnb at $50 a week. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good price, because I was trying to find out how much it is a monthly rental. And so when you're going through rental agencies, I was getting quoted like 40,000 or so for a 2-bedroom. But when I was talking directly to the owner through Airbnb, she's like, oh, I can do it for like 25,000 a month for, the 2-bedroom here. And I was like, what? And that was like a good price. I thought was like the 40,000 baht a month. And then here, just directly through the owner, she's willing to do it for 25,000. So I was like, that's something, if you have a bit more time and you can talk to maybe some of the Airbnb owners, do it for a week, and then actually find out if they own the place, that's something that you could do. Or if they're renting it, that's probably a better route to go versus than going through the realtor agencies. So getting around out here, taxis and tuk-tuks, they will try and hustle your ass for the most part. So tuk-tuks would be like, oh, 300 baht, and then really it's like 100. But straight up, if you want to get around, the best way that I do, other than my motorbike, is Uber. Uber is out here now. I can't recommend it enough. You're gonna get the best prices no matter what. Way cheaper than taxis, cheaper than tuk-tuks. But if you want that Thai experience, hop on a tuk-tuk, but just don't overpay for it. So my favorite way to get around out here is definitely on my little bike out here. Got my little Honda. And so I love it. I feel free out here on the bikes, and it's one of the easiest ways to get around, and also one of the most economical ways. So me, I don't have one of the cheapest bikes around, but a lot of times if you want a scooter, they're like 200 baht a day. But if you get a big boy like this, you're probably paying like 800 baht a day for this, or if you can get it on a monthly rate, probably a bit cheaper. But now let me tell you how not to end up in jail like me. So a lot of times, not a lot of times, sometimes they'll have like roadblocks, and so police will be standing there waiting. Basically, this is like the ATM machine, and it's legal. Like, these are the rules out here. You follow the rules of the lands. You roam with the roaming. And if you don't have an international driver's license, they'll fine you 500 baht. They have malls everywhere here, big malls, probably better malls than your local area. So they've got Central Festival, they've got Maya Mall, they've got a bunch of others. I just don't shop, so I'm forgetting the names of them, but they have malls everywhere. And they have H&M, they have Starbucks, they have like crazy co-working spaces. They've got just anything that you can imagine in the Western world, they have it here. So it's very developed, the malls look insane. They have like car dealerships. You're walking through and you'll see like car dealerships. Anything that you want, they have it in the malls out here, so don't worry about shopping. If you need to find it, they have it here in the malls. Out here, you can eat food pretty much any time of day. So that's one of the biggest culture differences as well. I mean, you could be 2 o'clock in the morning and you'll see someone's grandma just on the corner cooking up. And food you can get for such good prices. And so here's something to really know about Thailand. You can literally eat out for cheaper than you can actually cook yourself. So, I mean, you can get like a chicken, salad, and French fries for like $1.20 US. And then also, you see the shirt. Shout out to Johnny. Last week I spoke at this conference, the Nomad Summit, and we had 400 digital nomads in one room. And a lot of people consider this the #1 place in the world for digital nomads. And there's a few reasons why. You know, the cost of living, the weather, you know, beautiful people, and then just an amazing community that really comes together and helps people out. And they have coffee shops, they have good internet, they have good medical services. Transportation is easy to fly in and out of Chiang Mai. There's just so many things that makes it a great hub for working digitally. One of the things about being a digital nomad out here is you have to figure out what is your visa situation. So when you fly in, you can pay, I think it's about $30 US, $40 US, and then get basically 60 days that you can stay in the country before you have to do a visa run again. But if you just fly in from a Western country, you get 30 days automatically. And so the rules are always changing, so I don't want to just say specifically what the rules are. So, you know, play within the rules while you're out here and you'll have a great time. So not everyone's going to work online like me or the other digital nomads. So a lot of expats here, they teach English. And so some of the things that you should know about teaching English, if you're going to teach in a public school, it's a whole lot different than a private school, right? Private schools are a lot harder to get into. And so I think the pay is anywhere from $1,000 US a month to like 1,500. But a lot of times you'll get your accommodations taken care of. But like in the public schools, you don't get like your visas taken care of a lot of times, and you have to pay for your own accommodations, and you're probably making $1,000, maybe $1,200 a month. Ooh, who's that swiping? I'm swiping, right? Ooh, I got a match, got another match. Ooh, got another match. Tinder out here is on another level. I don't know what it is, the air or whatever, but like, yo, if you can be honest with you, so if you're like a 7, just boost it up to a 9. If you're a 10, you're probably not gonna swipe right and not have any matches. You know, it's just how it is out here. That's from the Thai women to, you know, the women who are traveling locally. You'll get a lot of matches. And so back home, it's like, woo, I got a match, I got a match, I got a match. Out here, it's like, all right, another one. Another one. I don't know what it is, so if you come out here, Tinder's popping. And then, yo, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm black. I'm really black. I don't need to tan. But I want to let you know, so if you're black like me, what do you need to know before coming out here? So I've not had any issues at all. It's all love out here. I don't feel threatened. It's peaceful. I'm good. Like, I can't say much else. Oh, if you want to get your hair cut though, I need to get a haircut. I need to shave. I'm about to go see my boy Skills. It's on, I forgot the name of the road, but I'll flash like the address here. Or you'll see a link in the description where you can get your haircut if you're here in town. And then the thing is, the community has changed so much for black people out here in Thailand, especially here in Chiang Mai. When I came here in 2011, I saw 4 black people in about 3 or 4 months. Now in 2017, I see like 3 or 4 black people a day. Anyways, I'm gonna end there. If you wanna know anything else that I forgot, maybe I'll do a part 2, but just leave a comment in the description saying things that maybe you wanna still know about. I'll make a video about that in the future. But I'm out of here. I'm about to go take a ride on my bike, enjoy this beautiful sunset. I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, but wait, before I go, make sure that you subscribe, because literally we have about 100 videos worth of content of previous stuff in Thailand and other places all around the world here on Passport Heavy. So we have Colombia, we have Panama to drop, we have Europe, we have some places in Africa. There's so much, and we have more content coming. So make sure that you subscribe, stay tuned, and we're gonna be dropping videos on a regular basis. You don't wanna miss them. Now I'm really out. Peace.